happening here? Hello, hello. Hopefully this is working. I'm not for sure. Okay, so this, I think my mic works okay. Just making sure. Okay. Just to make sure, I'm gonna have to watch my own stream so it doesn't, so we don't have any technical difficulties. So if you hear myself in the background, I apologize. If anybody's watching. Okay. Quite excited for this. Hello, hello, Samurai. Welcome to this stream. That is a delay. I'm like watching my stream. There's like a good 15-second delay. So, well, welcome to my 2 viewers. One of them being me. I know that. Frozen Shores hero reveal. Alright, I cannot wait. Here we go. Predictions. Again, I'm gonna rant before this starts. I'm excited for the butterfly sword. That is something I'm excited to see. A lot of Wing Chun practitioners use that, and lots martial art practitioners in general, but I'm not a big fan of this whole Assassin's Creed vibe. It's especially Assassin's Creed Rogue. I have not played the game, but I've definitely seen the cover, and that wallpaper definitely looks like the cover of Rogue, except it's Chinese themed a little bit. So I'm not excited if this hero is Assassin's Creed light. So that's just me. Again, Assassin's Creed fans might go ham, but to me, I actually want a Chinese warrior or just a Chinese warrior, you know. And don't get me wrong, I love Chinese pirates. I mean, Gan Ning, Three Kingdoms, flawless. But you know, last time I checked, Gan Ning does not look like a freaking Assassin's Creed assassin. So, yeah, the time is 9:45 at the moment, and it's not starting. I will go ham and go to Ubisoft and like, when are you starting this shit? I'm literally waiting. Okay, Frozen Shores, Warrior's Den. It's 9:46 on my screen, as you can see right here, the bottom right. Still not starting. This better be something. Just waiting. Come on, I cannot wait any longer. I'm sorta hyped, just a little bit. I haven't been hyped since Marching Fire and Zanhu, especially Zanhu. So it's just like I said before, I'm not as hyped because, again, this is very Assassin's Creed themed, and I don't know if I'm a fan of that. And don't get me wrong, the Assassin's Creed games are great. They're good games, but it's just that I feel like they should be separated from For Honor or history in general. You know, even though Assassin's Creed, no, I feel they should be separate from For Honor. So they better show me something amazing. Don't know what, but hopefully something good. For the lag in the stream, because I'm literally watching the stream on my phone, and it doesn't seem of this stream. It kind of like lags every now and then, so I do apologize. So I would recommend to watch the actual stream instead of my reaction. You know, so that's just me. But if you want to experience the lag with me, then go for it. When is this starting? Waiting for Ubisoft North America. January 20th, 2022. This is the 20th, correct? Yes, it is. There's almost 3,000 people waiting right here. I guess we just sit here. Yeah, Assassin's Creed and For Honor do not mix. See, that's what I'm saying. Again, I don't mind the Assassin's Creed event, because it was an event, and it was a good event too, but actually adding an Assassin's Creed hero, I feel like it's crossing the line a little bit. Again, I don't mind the events. You know, Prince of Persia, Assassin's Creed, freaking even Dead by Daylight, you know, they're just events. So they're not really a big deal to me. So, again, hopefully, and if this is an Assassin's Creed based hero, I would like to see, you know, some other fashion that isn't that. Some drip fashion. I would like to put this at least theater mode, but it's not letting me. I'm just waiting on Ubisoft to start their shit. Raven Knights Heroes in History. How to Shinobi Marco YOLO. Another Marco YOLO. Havoc. No. Why is it recommending me all these For Honor stuff? Well, I mean, I guess I am watching a For Honor stream. What are you doing, Farlow? I gave you lettuce. Why aren't you eating it? My turtle. Tune in into the Warriors Den For Honor Year 5 Season 4 Hero Reveal live stream as we give all the details of the new hero and more from home. I'm waiting on you. It's 9:51. Oh, here we go. Let's go. But we got another 9 minutes. Let's go. Alright. Well, at least we could listen to this dope music, you know. For Honor's music never fails me. Let me take a, can I theater this mode now? Thank you. And I don't want any captions, please. Actually, let's try to full screen this. Okay, yeah, literally this image right here just looks like a peacekeeper. You see him holding their arm right here, kind of spreading out their butterfly sword, but freaking their other hand looks like they're dual-wielding something else, but we just can't see it. So I'm definitely getting peacekeeper vibes. This is kind of loud, I'm revealing on my stream, but this stream is 10 times more entertaining than Raven's. I don't know how. I'm not entertaining, Goblin. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. I'm just waiting for this goddamn hero reveal. Raven keeps molding and saying I have a problem with him. Jesus. I don't know what's going on with Raven, but welcome. I am in a possession of various narcotics. That's an interesting name. Yeah, Goblin, so I would recommend just to ignore Raven, I guess. I don't know. Again, I don't want to watch this stream either because he's probably going to just say the same shit I know. I don't know how. I'm not entertaining. Okay. So when the actual stream like starts going, I'm actually going to not talk as much. So if I'll probably start talking when the hero stuff comes out. You know, like the reveal. But when they start explaining the hero, the moveset, and the drip and stuff, I'm probably just gonna mostly be quiet and watch. Raven is a man-child. You know, I could kind of see that. You know, he does complain about a lot of things. Man kept saying, I disagree, Goblin. It should be a pirate queen who lived in the 1800s. I know what they're talking about. It's that Chinese pirate female. I forgot her name. I looked her up and I was like, oh, I've heard of her. But, you know, I didn't really care too much. Again, I'm hoping for a gun. And not the Han Dynasty general who legit used butterfly martial arts swords. I know. I know. I'm telling you, man. I'm hoping it's him. I don't know. Again, from the image I see here, it straight up looks like a peacekeeper. And knowing Ubisoft, they're gonna use like peacekeeper's moves or something. I don't know. Again, I'm hoping for something good. We got another 5 minutes and 10 seconds. I'm excited. What's the deal with Griffin and Astria here? They're just kind of just chilling. Are they done fighting? Are they gonna fight this new person here? I thought they did that with Kyoshin, but I don't know. She was alive in the 1800s. He was saying because she didn't have modern tech like Europe, it's fine. Like, bruh. I don't know. Raven likes to talk stuff. I don't know. But I'm eating a banana while I'm watching this. Is this stream okay? It's like lagging. I'm gonna reload it just in case. Come on, Ubisoft. Don't. There we go. A little refresher does it. Alright, guys. I am excited. I'm pretty sure you're the only two watching. But that's fine. You get to witness my reaction. Hopefully it's something good. There's two options. I'm either gonna be really hyped and like really like, oh my god, you know, fanboying, or it's gonna be pretty bad and I'm just gonna sit here in disappointment and silence. That's probably what's most likely gonna happen, but hopefully Ubisoft proves me wrong. I'm hoping. Please. Another 3 minutes and 15 seconds. God. Please be good. I'm really hoping. This hero better be this hero better be worth it. If this hero is good, I'm legitimately gonna buy him. Because I did that with Marching Fire, Zanhu, I think Kyoshin I waited a few days before I bought him. But I didn't buy him with Steam, I bought him with money. Zanhu, I bought him as soon as he was released. And then with Marching Fire, I actually pre-ordered Marching Fire because I was so excited. So if this hero is dope, I'm going to buy him right as soon as they get released. If they're okay, I'll probably just buy him with Steel for free. Or if they're really, really bad, which I'm hoping not, I'm just not going to buy them at all. That's literally the case with Warmonger. I have all the heroes on Xbox, but I don't have Warmonger because it's such a disappointment for me. I don't know why. I swear, if it's a Chinese Pirate Queen, I'm just going to give up. If it's an Assassin's Creed hero, I'm not going to play it. That's what I've been saying, Goblin. I don't want it to be an Assassin's Creed hero. Pirate Queen, I'm not too fond of because I really want a Gan Ning hero. But if this is a Pirate Queen hero, they better fascinate me somehow if they want me to play this hero. But that's like really, really hard. So they better do something magical with this hero. 1 minute and 35 seconds. Here we go. I'm prepared for disappointment. I'm legitly prepared for disappointment too. So, because I don't want to hype myself too much, then I'll get disappointed afterwards. If I'm already disappointed, you know, the reveal won't disappoint me because I'm already disappointed. I'm already upset. 1 minute and 10 seconds. This is like the longest minute in my life. Yeah, I haven't really watched much of the Warriors Den streams much. I watched full-on Zanhu from beginning to end. I think I watched a little bit of Kyoshin's. I think I watched a bit of Hope because they released the Guan Yu and Zhang Fei gear. I was really hyped for that. But again, with the gear, it's probably going to be reskinned, so I'm just going to expect the same old shit, but like different colors, or maybe a different texture on the same default helmet, or something. Alright, 20 seconds, here we go. And knowing Ubisoft, they're going to promote their shit for a good 5 minutes of Twitch and whatever. I don't know. All right, I'm gonna be a little quiet now, and I'm going to turn up the volume so you guys could hear. I'll say something when it's important. Here we go. Marching fire, Wulin, let's go. Glad, Orochi, Nusha, Shinobi, Tensei, Shaolin, Raider, Centurion, Valkyrie, Berserker, Shaman, Lawbringer, Aramusha, Ella Berserk, Yorm, Hitokiri, Zanhu, Warmonger, Griffin, Kyoshi. Here we go, there's the junk ship. Here we go. What did Goblin say? I stopped watching the Kyoshin. Yeah, I could see why.
Warriors, and Happy New Year! How are you, Josh?
Happy freaking New Year, Lawrence. How you doing, man?
I'm doing fantastic. I'm so excited to do this hero reveal stream.
First den of the year. We're starting off strong. Let's go. Let's get into it.
This is amazing.
Yeah, please get into it.
Thank you
please.
everyone so much for being here. We're back. We had an amazing TU1. We had an amazing first half of the season. Look at all the stuff we did. We did the Frostwind celebration. We had an amazing battle pass. That testing ground changes. We had Dominion series stuff. And very importantly, the rocking chair emote. I love using that emote. I love just hanging out on the battlefield, relaxing.
Nothing beats a good battlefield like a nice little relaxation time, little iced tea.
Sometimes you just gotta take a minute off. And we've got even more stuff to launch into with, again, the reason we're all here, the new hero release coming up soon.
Yes, sir.
I'm so excited. I'm very excited. January 27th is gonna be a massive.
It's gonna be a big day. It's gonna be a big day. But before we get too far into things, Josh, you want to talk a little about the Twitch drops?
I knew it. See, they're gonna talk about Twitch. Of course they are.
The year before we get into
Twitch
it,
is more important.
Ubisoft and Twitch accounts are linked, so you can claim all these awesome rewards. So for every 30 minutes of accumulated viewing time, you will receive 1 scavenger crate, and every 30 minutes of accumulated viewing time afterwards, you have a chance to win 100,000 steel. And if you can see the little special thing right there, you would get the new hero, an exclusive ornament, elite outfit, three scavenger crates, and a 7-day champion status. This will unlock on January 27th. So, and these are chances to win. These are not guarantees. So keep an eye out for your notifications for those awesome things. Also, we are doing a little special thing for our streamers once again. If you are one of the top 10 streamers at the end of February 3rd, you will receive 100,000 steel. You can buy a lot with that steel, or you can save it for a rainy day. It'll be yours to do whatever you want to with it. Also, if you are going to be watching some streamers play For Honor, go ahead and go into ones that have little
watch
drops
24
going.
fucking hours of just Twitch gameplay.
As long as you're watching,
who does that?
More rewards. Just keep in mind to claim your reward once you get the notification. That way you can build up the time for the next one, and you can kind of continue going through and grabbing all the stuff. Again, super excited to do Twitch drops once again, and yeah, keep an eye out for your notifications. Let's do this.
Devs acting like they play their own game.
An amazing time.
I know, it's
I think we actually have something else the community will really appreciate, Josh.
Let's get to the news, devs.
Dive into that.
Yes, so we here at the community team have been very hard at work creating an official Giphy page for Honor.
I don't care.
Many hundreds.
I don't care about these gifts. Just get to the hero.
Working on over the course of the past few months. Major shout out to Callum Mark and Brian Dixon from the community team for
helping, a default warden
together.
killing another default warden in the menu screen. Who cares?
Of gifts for you to use. We will be sure to post the link to the Giphy page once it launches soon. So definitely be on the lookout for that. And peruse through the list of gifts and all that fun stuff because they're cool. Yeah.
They're really cool, honestly. I'm really excited to see the fruition of all this because it looks so good. Major shout out. One other thing I wanted to touch on real quick is the skill challenge series that we have going on with Marco Yolo.
God.
This is our zero to hero workout to help you improve skills.
I think I'm
that
just impatient.
Maybe you need
Maybe
to
that's
shore
the
up
problem.
on. You can jump around, check them all out over at our YouTube at youtube.com/Ubisoft Game Plan to kind of, work through what we've got going on there. It's a really useful tool in your arsenal. Feel free to hop on over and check that out. But now, got something really exciting to show you guys.
Is it the
this
hero?
Amazing bit of artwork.
That's okay.
1,000 hours went into this, thanks to our
1,000 hours.
It was
Okay,
collaborative work.
it's not bad.
But I mean,
This looks insane. Like the fact that I can't draw stick, there are individuals out there that can do stuff like this.
this is so cool.
I'm very jealous. Like, look at just. I couldn't even do like a portrait.
Is that the avatar
I'm
symbol
I'm very in awe of,
on the
of this
Orochi?
entire piece.
I don't watch Avatar, but that's
Again,
what it
just
looks
a
like.
ridiculous amount of hours and detail into each hero, to every
Is there no Wu
aspect
Lin in
of
this
of
image?
this artwork. I'm
That's dumb.
very, very impressed. So definitely, round of applause.
Like seriously, big ol' shout out to everyone involved in this, and big ol' shout out
Should have a
to
stream
our
of
Leverity
Guns. They're actually-
for
that would be nice.
coordinating and putting this all together. I mean, just super cool. Oh, I love it. But we know why you're here. Who is the new hero?
Yes, get to the
It's not a
point.
Viking nor a samurai.
Tonight.
Maybe? We're
No.
going to talk a little about the TU2 and more coming up here with Jan and Nico. So we'll see you guys in a minute.
Year 6 sneak peek. All right. Next is the hero narrative and art. Got it. Cool. 3's hero gameplay. Armor variations. I'm kind of excited for that.
Welcome back, Warriors, and a big
Here we
welcome
go.
to Nico and Jan for being here today.
Gotta hate the studio.
How's it going? Doing just
Well.
fine. Thank you very much for asking. Super stoked to get into what we have to talk about today. We got a little sneak peek for what's to come. Nico, dive into it. Tell us what's going on, man.
So yeah, big announcements today, right? And obviously the first big thing that we want to talk about is our new hero, our second new hero this
Yes,
year.
sir.
The pirate, everybody has guessed it by now, I suppose, coming in those great ships. The one thing though that still remains to be revealed is what faction this pirate is going to be a part of.
It's gonna be night.
And surprise, surprise, she's not going to be a knight, a samurai,
it.
a Wulin, or a Viking. Instead,
Not a Wu Lin.
she's an outlander. The pirate is going to be introducing a new group.
A new
that is
group?
going to set things in motion for year 6. And yes,
Another
we're always
faction.
coming back for year 6 with new content, new journey, a lot of things, and we're super excited, super stoked about this year 6 because the Outlanders are going to be a huge element for us to sort of expand the world of Heath more. They're coming from beyond the land that we've been traditionally exploring, and so we're going to be using those Outlanders to explore different cultures, stronger themes, much more variety in terms of lore and assets that we bring to you guys.
Absolutely awesome. I love the logo for the Outlanders.
Isn't that cool?
The
And
Outlanders.
I guess,
Okay.
Jan, for you, let's go ahead and get into the narrative aspect of the Outlanders. Who are they? Why are they here? All of that fun stuff.
Right. Well, first of all, thank you for having me. It's my first time being here. I'm glad to be part of it. So in the last season, Frozen Shores, we teased the arrival of a new hero who came aboard this big ship with red sails, and everybody was wondering who it was and what was going to happen. And now, finally, the new hero stepping off the boat deck, and they're coming to Heath more. So, who are they? As Nico said, they're not Viking, they're not Wulin.
Who are they? There's only one at the moment.
They're the first of this new group we call the Outlanders. And the Outlanders, well, they're free adventurers and explorers. They're not a faction, per se, but more of a group of warriors from different backgrounds and cultures.
They're doing a mercenary
So,
faction.
the
I
first
know
hero
this
of the
is
group
fucking.
Pirate,
I don't know
and,
what.
as players
Okay.
will see, she's not interested in covenants or factions or any of that. What a pirate wants, above all else, is riches. Well, there's rum also, but that's besides the point. this quest, they're going on a quest for treasure basically, and this quest for treasure it leads to the unveiling of ancient relics, and that's what's going to set Year 6 in motion. It's going to unveil the secret past of Heathmore, and
So what's
really
with
it's gonna unveil
the junk,
Heathmore's
the
lost
junk
horizons.
ship? Unless they stole that from like Wulin or
Yeah,
something.
That description sends shivers down my spine. I'm very excited for
Right?
I'm very excited for the Outlanders. But Nico, let's go ahead and kick it back to you and kind of start talking about the content of Year 6 and like what are some things that our players can expect once the season starts rolling up.
Sure. So to us, the big new element that we're bringing in Year 6 is going to be hero skins. What are hero skins?
Hero
They're a
skins.
brand new customization element for traditional heroes. Think about these as brand new, ready-to-wear skins that will explore different kinds of identities for the traditional heroes you've grown, familiar with. So
Oh.
these skins, we're
drip?
planning to bring one per season. They're going to be, each season one skin for one hero. So, it's going to be something that we'll be building over time. And stay tuned to know which hero
Only
will
one
get
skin?
what kind of skin as we go along, the journey of Year 6. On top of all of these cool skins, you can expect also a lot of new gameplay updates. The game is still, very unique. For Honor is this very unique combat game in the industry. So our commitment to maintaining and improving that experience is going to be driving us forward in Year 6. So you can expect testing grounds coming in again every season.
Shallon
to
rework,
bring in
please.
different core
Nusha
gameplay
2.
updates, balancing updates. On top of that, on the event front, the Covenant games are going to coming back. Throwback events also, along with new surprises that we'll be announcing as we go. And finally, two new heroes in Year 6, but as we
course.
said, we're bringing the Outlanders along. We're going to need to grow their ranks. So these two new heroes are not going to be from traditional factions.
just gonna-
They're going to be Outlanders.
They're just gonna
This is
forget about the
how
Viking.
we're going
The
to be
Vikings.
increasing the diversity on our roster,
And
explore
Wulin
different
too.
cultures and fight styles to really bring and expand the world of For Honor in Year 6. So that's what you can expect in Year 6 Lost Horizons.
Thank you for all that amazing information, Nico and Ian, and
These
thank
people
you for
do not
being
deserve
on the Warriors Den
jobs.
today.
Jesus, Goblin. Going all out.
Thanks for having us.
So,
One skin
we
per
know
season.
you're raring to go.
What
for
are
Year
these
6,
skins, anyways?
But we do have to ask for a little bit of patience at the moment as we get
Fuck
everything
you!
finalized
I
and
want
good
this
to
hero
go.
now. What are
However,
we
in the
looking at?
meantime, if you are interested, we should be dropping 2 links in chat. One for the Year 6 article and one for the FAQ on the Outlanders. That should give you a little more insight into what we've got going on.
So
and
we
coming
got
up for the future.
technically
Year
another
6
faction,
launches
a mercenary
on,
faction, like what
March
Goblin said.
17th. And trust me, we are super excited to be able to share this amazing little bit of
People
stuff
legit
we've
make
got
free
going
mods
on with you guys.
100% the
Um,
effect and content.
on that note, thank you all so much for these amazing 5 years you've given us in For Honor. It's been just a pleasure working with this community. It's been wonderful.
At this point,
having
we
you
need
guys
For Honor
around.
too.
I
A
mean,
better
the
For Honor.
community, it builds this game up amazingly, and we love having you guys here. So thank you from the bottom of our hearts for being here with us. But we do have something really important to show you guys. Something you've all been waiting for. So without further ado, the hero trailer.
Here we
for
go.
Pirate.
This. What are we looking at? It is female.
Who am I, you ask? And who do I stand with? Covenants? Factions? You think too much. Look, I've got a good blade, a few tricks up my sleeve, and a nice crew. Call me an Outlander, if you like. Stop asking. More fighting, mate!
Butterfly sword. And a flintlock pistol. Of course there is. She just shot a gun behind her back. And she's got dual-wield flintlocks? Okay, that's edgy. red hair, really? I don't know how I feel about this. I don't think I'm gonna get her. Maybe if I had extra steel, I'd probably buy her, but I don't know.
Well, until we meet again. Get ready, because you're in for a wild ride.
Her voice sounds kind of cringy. We're here for a wild ride. Okay. I'm done. This is legit Reddit fan service. I don't blame you, Goblin.
I'm super excited for Pirate Hero. And
For
to
fuck's
talk about that with me, then JC, Jeremy, and Ian, you are a new.
I'd
member
recommend
to
wait for the
Warriors
armor
Club. Welcome,
variations
fellas.
at
How
least.
are you doing?
Pretty good. What about you?
Very good.
I'm doing very, very well. Again, that trailer was
Saw
super
Berserker
awesome.
reused
But yeah, let's go
animation.
ahead and start talking about some of the things that are coming with
I wouldn't
the,
be
the Pirate
surprised.
Hero. Let's talk about the general concept behind the pirate. She does have a shooty thing, which is a first for honor for a hero. So JC,
Goblin's
why don't you
mad.
go ahead and take us away?
Pirate Hero.
Yeah.
Cool.
So as you said, it's the first time we have a character that has a pistol. That's kind of cool, right? So she has a cutlass and a pistol.
No, it's not.
It's also the first time that we have a character that
A
has
fucking gun? I
two
used to joke about
completely
that back in the day.
distinct
Now it's a
weapons.
reality.
I think the closest we've had was Peacekeeper with like a sword and a dagger type of thing, but now it's really like two completely different weapons. It's pretty interesting, and it's also interesting to note that the character is locked to a single body type. So she's our little pirate, and she's pretty cool.
So she's gender locked.
As you see her wielding that cutlass and that pistol again, the way she plays is really interesting. Really mixes up the usage of the pistol and the cutlass constantly, uses them in combos, into fights, into a bunch of different things. So it's super, super cool. Feels really different. So I'm really excited for people to try it out. And there's also a couple of little surprises we have in store that we'll talk about a little bit later in regards to how she plays. I think it's pretty cool too that like it's clear
time for
that
me to
with the
uninstall.
introduction of the Outlanders, that the samurai, the knights, the Vikings, the Wulin, all these people, they're not alone anymore, or never were actually. So it's kind of interesting to have that. And last but not least, people are going to be hyped with this hero. We're making sure that we have cosmetic rewards available through a free event pass that will launch with the launch of the hero. I know Jamie's going to talk a little bit more about cosmetics in a while, but it's pretty interesting. So I'm really, really hyped about the hero.
Me too. Now let's jump on over to the narrative side with Ian. I know you are, like I said, mentioned, you are new to the Warriors Den, but let's go ahead and start talking about the pirates. Let's talk about, or like the pirate hero. Let's talk about the Outlanders, and some like kind of the inspiration that that the pirate hero kind of takes inspiration from. By all means, go ahead and get the floor.
Thank you very much. All right, so first and foremost, let's be clear: the pirates, they're not a faction
I'm
per
not
se.
playing
They're
for
a group.
Reddit Hero. I'm not
They're-
playing this game.
they're seafarers,
Why bother investing in
and they
any
don't have
more
homes, they
thought
go
for a
their
product that has
and
no
they don't have
consideration
families
for its
save
player
for their
base?
crew. They're this tight unit.
Was hoping for a
they help
guiding
each other out on
hero,
the
but
seas, in past
unfortunately,
years, and
we
they
do
formed
not.
a strong bond under the leadership of their captain, Buyin. Buyin is our main pirate hero, and as some players previously guessed and theorized online, she was partly inspired by Zheng Yisao, also known
Yep.
as Qing Shi. Sorry if I messed up
course.
the pronunciation there a little bit.
We all
but
called
she was
it.
a pirate queen from the early 1800s.
They should have based it off
so yeah,
Gan Ning,
Buyin
to be
is
honest.
the main pirate hero. She's of Chinese origin, but she is not a Wulin. When she was young, she
So
lost
she's
her
a
entire
traitor.
family in the Wulin Civil War, and because of this, she has no allegiance to the Wulin or to anyone else, really. She grew up as an orphan on the seas. She gained knowledge, skills, and a killer edge, all in the name of survival. She grew up alone, so along the way, she's picked up this crew of like-minded individuals. She gave them a home, and now they've arrived in Heathmore. And, you know, they might be bringing some mysterious relics along with them that will drive the narrative of Year 6 forward. So finally, Buyin and the pirates, let's call them a subgroup of the Outlanders. In the same way that all thumbs are fingers, but not all fingers are thumbs, all pirates are outlanders, but not all outlanders are pirates. The pirates are just the first hero of the outlanders, and there is so much more to come.
So are we gonna have like
Little teaser.
warriors of different
Yeah, a little
cultures
tease
join
from the
this
future of your system.
mercenary
You
faction?
have
Maybe.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah. All right, Jeremy, let's go ahead and move on over to you. So, since we are introducing a pirate hero, obviously we're going to have some pirate-themed armor variations and weapons. So let's go ahead and take a look at these.
Yes, absolutely. Hello, everyone. On the art side,
All right,
like
let's see
Jan
the
was
fashion.
saying, the pirate traveled a lot. So the first set
A lot.
is really, focusing on that like backstory of the character. So she traveled a lot. She's looting stuff here
I
and
like
there
her hat.
across the world, and
Qing
and
Dynasty,
you will
I'm
see
pretty
there's
sure.
some reference from the Chinese, yes, but also from the different culture that we have in our game. So,
Is that a
so
dude?
really it's
Wait,
a,
what?
it's not a mix and match, but you can see that there is some reference.
Samurai, if
from
you're watching,
all of
you're
them.
right. We got a
After
tomboy.
the second set, we went with,
Feminine,
something
our
a bit
feminist
more,
type
formal,
hero.
I would say. There is still different inspiration from
I
different
dig the
culture,
helmet.
but like you can see, it's a bit more formal, a bit more ornamentation on it. So that's what we went for the second
Of
set.
course, we
And the
gotta
third
add
set,
a mask in there.
it's really a mix between the Viking and the sea culture. So that's where we went a bit crazy on the pirate fantasy. You will find a lot
That
of
pirate hat right there
element,
with the skull mask and the
on-
red
on
hair,
that
it looks
set,
fucking
and really
awful.
that was the goal with this last one. So like you're seeing,
Same thing with
each
its
of
other
them
variation.
you have like two different versions of it. So once it's the coat that is on our
the
horse,
hell's on her
sometimes
head?
it's the bandana, sometimes it's the hat.
Is that a
so there
skull?
small difference here and there. But the most important thing is really the fact that the team color and the alternative material are not applied at the same area. So it's gonna give a lot of freedom for the player to customize their
That's
character
it?
how they want it to look like.
There's like
So that's really
a helmet
really
and that
awesome.
Qing Dynasty
One
hat
last
that
thing
I
is,
liked. That's it.
Andrew was mentioning to me that not all of them, so not all of those visuals, but some of them, you will be able to apply the alternative material on the ending part of the hairs. So it's gonna give a bit
Yeah,
more freedom, once
I don't
again.
know about the
So
drip.
for those of you who are
The
a
drip
bit,
for this hero is
trendy,
kinda-
and that you want to customize the hair of your
Give it like a
pirate, you will
3
be
out
able
of
to
10.
do
It's not great.
So,
Again, the
with
hat
this
on
release,
that
we're having 40
second outfit
different
though, I
visuals.
really enjoy.
That will
They
be
should
released,
give that
and we
hat
will
to
have
like
4
Zanhu or
additional
something.
one that will come
That'd be cool.
later.
Like
in the
Zanhu,
coming
like a
weeks.
Qing Dynasty
Dude, I
type
love a good pirate hat.
emperor or something.
Mm-hmm.
I still
We
can't
also
believe
have,
they have that
some
short-haired
pirate weapon variations to look at as well.
tomboy.
Yes, absolutely. So we have the
What the
weapons. Like GC said, we have
I
the
dig the
blade,
butterfly
the guard,
sword.
and also the pistol. Those weapon is called a cutlass. Once again, we're starting with very simple version. I would say the designs are, I wouldn't say basics, but like we are using more wood.
So the flintlock is
rusty
actually a
iron.
part of her
And
kit.
as we go more, we are going with some more exotic
My
and
God.
some more fancy designs. So
Shooting
this
a
time we're gonna
shitload
have
of
4
people.
basic weapon, 3 advanced, 3 heroic, 3 epic, and 5 legendary. So the more we
I
go, the more we're trying to integrate some
like the sword a
some
lot,
leather,
butterfly sword.
also some gold, some silver, some jade.
variants,
You will see there's
pretty
also
cool.
some paint here and there on the more epic and legendary one, and really around the legendary one you will start to see some sea monsters, some patterns also that are a bit more
Oh, is that
fancy.
the,
I would
Prince of
say,
Persia?
a bit more exotic. So really, it's
Like
a
styled?
nice variety, I would say.
If I can
Ooh.
just add really quickly, the design of these
Excuse
weapons,
me.
combined with their names, might reveal a little bit
Whoa.
of the past of
That's
Booyah.
kind of
If,
crazy.
if players want to keep an eye out on the names, they could connect the dots and figure out where she's been and what she's been up to.
Ooh, you have been on the show once, and you've already dropped 2 teasers for all types of things.
Okay, now it's getting to the point where it's like really
one thing I wanted to
fucking
mention is,
crazy
like,
with these weapon
it makes sense
variations.
for a lot of these weapons to
I like
have,
the
thrust on
basic
them, or,
shit.
water
I don't like
spots.
this
They're out
fancy
on the
stuff.
sea, they're fighting, they're doing all these things. So like having that little element just helps really bring things together. That
Yeah,
like
this
all
is
that
too
much
fancy.
more. It's brilliant. And then like look at that, that just looks brilliant.
I don't think.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
they're
Nah.
amazing.
They're not amazing,
but
to be honest.
there you have it.
They're
That
too
is
much.
the narrative aspect of the Pirate Hero and the Outlanders. On all, and of course, the cosmetics and all of that fun stuff. So, gentlemen, thank you so much for stopping by on the show and talking about TU2 a little bit, and talking about Pirate Hero and all the little fun things that come with her. But JC, don't go anywhere because you and I actually have some gameplay to go over. Isn't that right?
Oh, yes, indeed.
Well, just before we go, I just want to mention that this character is a huge effort, but it's really a collective effort. A lot of people are working on this from the Montreal
I'm really
team, but
curious
also
what they're
from
talking about
Chengdu
the
team.
hero
So
skin.
really on
Like,
the
what
art
the hell
side,
is
the
that?
design side, the animation side, all of it. I want to say a huge congrats to the team because we're always trying to push the boundaries. And once again, I think we really
Is it like,
can't wait to see the player.
The Prince of
to
Persia
enjoy that
event.
new
They had
character,
the
but,
prince as a Tian
I'm
B.
pretty sure they will
Is
all
that like a
really
gonna
like
be
it.
like a hero skin?
Congrats, everybody.
Same thing with
amazing.
Centurion.
Absolutely.
The
Hats
Trapper
off
was
to
Centurion
everyone
in
who
the
worked
events.
on,
So will that be
the-
hero
Pirate
skin
hats
too?
off.
I like you. I need to have
I
you
don't
on more
like these
often.
guys.
But just as
No.
a reminder, folks, the Pirate Hero will be available on January 27th, and there will be a 2-week period, and then the hero will be available for Steel, so definitely be on the lookout for that. But with that being said, don't go anywhere. We're going to get into the hero gameplay right after this, so we'll be right back.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get this hero unless I'm like loaded on steel. And I have nothing else to spend it on. I might just buy her to complete the set. But am I gonna play her? Most likely not. Let's check out the gameplay first to see if
Warriors,
there's any
welcome back to the show, and
mind-blowing
I am
stuff.
joined by fan favorite. You know him, you love him, JC. How are you doing, my friend?
I'm doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing awesome. So we just went over all of the narrative stuff for the new hero. We've talked about the inspiration, all that stuff. It's gameplay time.
Yeah.
You excited?
I'm really excited.
I'm really excited myself. So we're actually gonna do something a little bit different. So usually what we'll do, we'll kind of have like a panel, and kind of just go over the videos and kind of talk over them. But instead, JC will actually be playing with Francis and going through the movesets, the feats, all of that fun stuff, and then we'll come back here and we'll kind of talk about what we saw, any last minute thoughts, and then we'll kick into the next segment.
Awesome.
But to start off, if you had to choose 3 words to describe the new hero, which ones would you choose?
So I'm
Gun,
gonna
eye
sit here a little
patch,
bit,
butterfly
it'll
sword.
be a tiny bit more than 3 words, but let's get ahead. So first one is easy to play. So we really worked hard to make a hero that was accessible, right? So if you're playing with this pirate hero, you're gonna find that most of what you're wanting to do, like input-wise and stuff, is gonna work. We spent a lot of time on this to make sure the flow was good and it was easy to play. But also, not necessarily doesn't mean that because it's easy that it's that it doesn't have any depth. So the second thing I would like to go towards is more versatility. So we also tried to make a hero that was very versatile, which means that it's not about the amount of options that she has, but more something around the fact that she has a lot of different options available at all times. Generally, when you have a look at her fight kit, you'll notice that she has like dodge attacks and a bunch of different little things. But most of the time, you can branch out to any of her attacks from pretty much anything. So that's kind of interesting. We really wanted to make a hero that had a really interesting flow, but was really versatile within that flow and have a lot of different options depending on your situation. And last but not least is mobility. Being a pirate, we really wanted her to be mobile as well. That translates quite a bit with what kind of range she has a lot in her chains, right? So as you'll see in the video where we'll be playing, she has an infinite chain that's a little bit different from what other heroes have. So that's going to be a cool thing there. But at the same time, you'll see that there's a lot of mobility there. So whenever she does like target swap or different attacks, she moves quite a bit in between. So you can use her in a group fight when your opponents are not like all bunched up and be able to go against multiple opponents and actually be able to hit them properly.
Absolutely awesome. So now this is the first For Honor character that we have that has a pistol. It's like a kind of like a flintlock. So what are like
Yeah,
some other
why
things, that
add a
make her
gun
stand out
to
and
the
make her unique?
I always joked about
Yeah,
For Honor characters
like you
having
said, she has
guns,
a pistol,
but
so she's the first character that we have that
now
has
we actually
two
have a For Honor
wildly
character that has a
different
gun.
weapons. Like we've had heroes before that had 2 weapons, but they're generally pretty similar. With her wielding a cutlass and a pistol, it's a little bit different. She has a bunch of moves that end up using the pistol. Don't worry though, like we're not in a Shinobi type of situation where you can get shot constantly from off screen. that's out of the window there, but it should be good. Yeah, so she has that, and there's another little surprise that we have in store with her that I'll leave for in the video, but should be pretty interesting there.
I'm excited to get into the video. So again, just to recap, JC and Francis are gonna go through the Pirates moveset, feats, all that fun stuff, and then we'll come back, do our last thoughts, and then we'll wrap up this segment. So without further ado, enjoy.
All right, so hey everybody.
Okay.
Welcome back. I'm JC. I'm here with Francis.
Is the sword glitching through
we're
her
gonna show you a
hair?
bit how the Pirate Hero functions. So like I spoke
my
about
God.
before, there was like 3 main pillars we're using for this character. One of them was, which was that she's easy to play. So that translates for us in this case with having a rather small moveset, but ones that's quite effective. We also
Small
want her to be
moveset.
versatile, so you'll be able to see how that works being versatile in that she has a lot of depth. So even though her moveset is quite small, with a lot of her options, you have a lot of different attacks you can perform at a lot of different times, which is kind of interesting. It makes her very, very versatile. Maybe like you're going to be, in this situation I want to use this or this or that. So it's kind of interesting there. And we also want her to be mobile, which means that in a lot of cases, she moves quite a bit when she performs her moves. That lets you like reach other opponents in group fights and stuff, so it's kind of interesting. So first, let's do the honorable thing here, Francis. Go. This. There we go. All right. So let's fight. So first off, her chains, rather simple. She has light into light.
Light.
From any direction. You'll notice that that second light there is undodgeable. She has light
course.
to heavy. You'll also notice that heavy is also armored, so that's kind of interesting there. And she can do heavy to light and heavy to heavy. So nothing too complicated, right? Pretty simple. We're good to go. The interesting thing the hero has is that after every single heavy attack, you can hit the guard break button and you're gonna get a pistol blast, which uses the pistol in her left hand. So if the heavy attack hits like this, the guard break button
Jesus,
actually
wouldn't that kill
shoots, a guaranteed
the hero?
shot. So that bullet is like if your heavy attack landed, the pistol blast afterwards is always guaranteed. However, if the attack is blocked, we have this one that is dodgeable, right? So if Francis gets hit by it, you'll see we shoot the opponent in the stomach, but that attack is dodgeable.
Yeah, again, that would
works
kill
quite well.
somebody.
The other thing that's
Wouldn't it?
interesting to note is that the pistol blast itself initiates chains. So I can go into heavy, pistol blast, into heavy, pistol blast, into light, for example, right? Which is pretty interesting. So that gives her a lot of an infinite chain that has to alternate between heavy and bash. The gunshot is considered, the pistol blast is considered to be a bash, so it's kind of interesting there. So that works quite well. The next thing we want to look out for is she also has an attack which is called Walk the Plank, which is performed by holding down on the left stick.
Again,
and
I do
pressing heavy.
apologize
You can
if
do that after any
the
single attack, and it'll
stream
it'll
is
impale
laggy
your
'cause I'm, like,
opponent, and
watching
then
on
there's
my
multiple options out of it,
phone.
right? So after a light,
the gameplay of
this,
her, and
impale
it's
your opponent.
terrible.
And you saw that I gave.
So I do
gave my opponent
apologize.
A little knee to the face there. So there's 3 different options to get out of it. So you can either do nothing, like this, like we said, knees.
She
That
straight up
wall
stabs
splats. So
you.
if your opponent is close to a wall,
Knees you in the
and
face.
get bumped into a wall, then you can get another heavy afterwards or get more damage in. You can also do press guard break here for a quick gunshot to the face in this case. And what's also interesting here is that that gunshot also initiates chains. So I can go gunshot into a heavy, keep going, do all that kind of cool stuff. So
hell?
like that flow there is really
Okay.
interesting. It works quite well. That move can be used to gank. It works really, really well. And last but not least, you can dodge out of it to avoid other opponents. So that's kind of like the gist of that attack. On top of that, we have Dodge Word Heavy. Dodge Word Heavy is the first time we do something like this. The move itself is rather slow, but it's unblockable and armored. So it's kind of
It's a
interesting.
spicy
that you
Forward
can do
heavy,
it.
unblockable.
Sorry?
Okay.
So it's a spicy one, right?
Yeah, it's really, really spicy. It's pretty interesting. And on top of that, to make sure that it works well, it also soft feints to guard break. And keen eyes will notice that it soft feints to the fast version of a guard break, the one that we usually use after a feint. So this way, you can go like that really, really quickly. That soft feint also applies to the walk the plank as well. So those are 2 soft feint that she has here. Helps you defeat opponents that try to dodge, that sort of stuff, and parry attempts as well. She also has side dodge heavy attacks. These are heavies. So again, you can go into your pistol blast afterwards, like before. Pretty cool. And last but not least, we have her sprint attack, which is like this. Works well, has a big trajectory, kind of interesting. It also initiates chains and can go into pistol blast as well. And then her zone attack, which is, it's not the fastest one, but it also initiates chains. So you can go into your heavies, your lights, your walk the plank, whatever you like. That works really, really well. And the last thing we want to showcase for the hero's moveset is that she can dodge cancel out of everything, kind of like what we have on Orochi and some other heroes. So after any attack, you can cancel the recovery with a dodge, even on miss. It works on this as well. So what's interesting is that, let's say I land a light, I can go to dodge for the heavy if I'd like to, or I can go into side dodge heavy, or I can go into
This is similar to
this move
Zanhu,
here.
I'm assuming.
I can do
then?
whatever I like, right? So it's pretty interesting how like she's really, really, really mobile and versatile, and that's what I meant. So after anything, whenever, if you're in a group fight, if you're in a 1v1 or whatever happens, you have a lot of her options at your disposal after any attack that you land. So it's pretty interesting how she can go really wide, do a lot of different things, but still keep the pressure on opponents and be able to be a bit slippery. When I was talking about the range as well, we can see that those heavies go quite far in chains, and the same applies to a pistol blast, right? So again, the goal of this is to be able to target swap between opponents, be able to reach them. Her attacks have quite nice trajectories. She can hit a lot of different people around her, so it works really well. Okay, so now let's just do a quick showcase of what kind of things she can do, right? So let's go
Can you just show us?
a little bit nuts here. And with a little execution right there.
Perfect.
That looks really
Okay.
sick. Okay. See, so like even with this, what I find interesting is that I was able to chain a bunch of different things that normally I wouldn't be able to. I started with a light, and that whole chain ended up like completely destroying Francis. It works quite well, so it's pretty interesting. So that's about it for the move set. So we're gonna move on to feats. Francis is gonna explain to us a little bit how the feats.
Feats, okay.
All right. So let's talk feats. Francis,
A lot
wanna
of
run
gun
through
feats.
the pirates' feats?
Yeah, for sure. So first feat for pirate is gonna be one called Armor Piercing Slug. So it's super simple. You're just gonna throw a bullet towards your enemy. When it hits, it's gonna do a defense debuff and deal direct damage. Pretty simple.
Yeah, let's look at it. So from neutral.
Yep.
So it's pretty interesting too, because that feat is that feat actually lets you do range damage, right? Which is one of the things that we didn't want to have like on demand at all times, but you can still perform range attacks a little bit with her pistol.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah.
So for feat 2, we have a feat called Pocket Bomb. This one is also pretty simple. You just throw a bomb at somebody. It has a small radius, and it deals also damage when it impacts. It also has a really cool animation. So
yeah,
if you can do that one,
let's have a look.
nice.
That's pretty
Throws
cool.
the bomb like a
Yeah,
bat.
exactly. So for feat 3, this one is I think it's a really cool one. I don't think we have something like that in the game right now. It's called Trick Shot, and it's basically a projectile that will bounce on contact to another close target, and that feat can bounce up to 3 times, considering the the initial target. It's a 4 attack if all the enemies are in the vicinity. So we can showcase that one.
All right. So let's look. So I'm gonna shoot it at the Yorm here, courtesy of Benjamin, that you guys know from the Warriors and a bunch of times. So yeah, so
Bouncy
see, so
bullet.
it's pretty interesting, right? The bullet hit the Yorm and then bounced to the Kyoshin, dealt damage,
And it bleeds.
applied bleed as well. Right?
Exactly. So it's also worth noting that this may sound like super strong, but you can also dodge it at any point to stop the ricochet from happening, right?
Okay.
So if you can do it again,
Yeah, I can't right now because it's still on cooldown, but we'll be able to do it. It's okay. So what's interesting there is how many targets can it hit?
So it's 4 targets, right? So we say it's 3 bounces with the first target. So basically, just keep in mind that it's a 4-target attack. But at any point, right, if you're dodging, you're just going to stop the ricochet from happening.
Okay.
To other targets nearby.
And can it hit minions? Can it do any of that
It
stuff?
can't hit minions. It can hit yourself or other allies, but it won't bounce or ricochet from an ally.
It could hit
or
yourself and other
whatnot.
allies.
It can hit the king in breach.
I don't know about that.
And I don't think it can hit the guardian.
Okay. All right.
But
Perfect.
that's
All right. So what about feat 4?
So feat 4 is called Gunpowder Surprise. It's I mean, I'm just gonna let you showcase it.
Yeah.
Just because it looks super cool.
All right. So let's go.
The hell?
So yeah, so this is basically Jormungandr's tier 4, but shootable, right? You don't get the armor from, the Jormungandr. This can also hit the pirate, so you want to be sure to use it in a more strategic way than just using it when you're inside of the AoE to hit yourself. It will also bump your allies, and it also deals
Of course it
damage
would.
to whoever's in there. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah. So
Is your feat still in cooldown?
my 4th one is in cooldown, but I can do my 3rd one again if you'd like.
Try it just to
Okay.
see.
So let's go.
And I didn't dodge, so
Yeah.
first I guess.
It's all good. Okay. So I when I was introducing the heroes and stuff, I noticed that I actually said it, that we have a little surprise in store for players with the pirates feat. So can you tell us a little bit more about it?
Yeah, I think this is something we're pretty proud of. It's not a new tech per se, but it's something that's been incorporated into the whole hero. What you're going to be able to do with this character is, at any point when you're able to use your pistol blast, you can just use a feat instead, just to swap it out. You say, I don't want to use pistol blast, I want to use my trick shot, and maybe hit the first target and then hit the other targets to protect yourself. It's all doable with this tech.
Okay. So if I understand correctly, anytime I use a pistol blast, so basically if I do this, right? So
Yeah,
instead of that
you're
pistol
going to be
blast,
able to use the feat.
I can use my feet. Okay, so that's pretty cool.
Yep, exactly.
So let's see what it looks like, right? So I'm going to be on you. I'm going to throw a heavy, and then I'm going to go into the feet instead of doing pistol blast.
Exactly.
Oh, wow. Okay. That works quite well. Can we do it to
the feats
feat
could combo?
2 and 4, right? Because
well?
they're not
Yes.
gunshots?
So we can even use them with feat 2 and 4. The only difference is it's not quote unquote guaranteed
Okay.
if you're hitting, right?
So let me give it a
Because
shot.
yeah. So here I could have dodged and
You could
rolled
have dodged
away
it,
or
okay.
whatnot, but you can still use it in chain, which is great.
Okay.
So
I
you
think
can
too
probably do it.
what's interesting as well is I can target swap them, right? So I'm gonna
Yep.
be on Ben here. I'm gonna do heavy target swap, and then I'm gonna go into my feet 3. Oh wow, okay. This is actually pretty interesting, right? Like it feels quite strong. I can go into my feet 4 as well. We can showcase it. It's dodgeable still, right? So you can go. See, so it
You'll
hit
be
me,
able-
bounced me, hit me, dealt a little bit of damage to me as well.
Exactly.
Okay, that's pretty cool. And is there another little trick to those feats? Because
I
that's
don't know.
already pretty cool tech, right?
Yeah. Can
okay.
you tell me about that?
Yeah. So what's interesting also I find with these feats is that not only can you use them in your chains, they also initiate chains, just like the pistol blast, right? So I can go heavy into feet into heavy again afterwards, which is super interesting because normally like we wouldn't really have feats that not only we can use in chains. We've had it a little bit. Little unknown tech Hitoki can actually chain into her 4th feat after pretty much every single attack. It's just not very well known or used. But this is the first time that we actually put it as a big part of a character's fight kit, being able to do that sort of stuff. So it's kind of interesting, right? So I can go like this, like that. That's pretty cool. All right.
Yeah, so it's going to be great to see, how like all the plays the pirates are going to be able to do. Maybe we're going to sit on social medias. So I can't wait for that.
Yeah, that should be super interesting.
Yeah, for
okay,
sure.
so one last thing I want to showcase real quick because it's something that we haven't really seen much. Is that so? Before when I was showcasing the pirates pistol blast, so you have this guaranteed pistol blast after a heavy, right? So what happens if you want to target swap? So this is the first time we've also done this, which is if you stay on the same target and your heavy attack hits and you press guard break, the hit is going to be guaranteed on your main target. However, if you target swap, instead of keeping on your target and doing a guaranteed hit on that target, you're actually able to do target swap and go into the other pistol blast like this, right? So this is pretty interesting also, because that we really wanted the character to be able to weave in between opponents quite a bit in group fights. That gunshot, the pistol blast is like 500 milliseconds, so it's super quick. It's hard to react to in group fights, so you really need to be aware when you're fighting her, when you're outnumbering her, to be able to fight well and to be aware of what can be coming. So that's it for the Pirate Hero. We hope you enjoyed this little thing, and we're going back to the regularly scheduled programming in the Warriors Den. Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
And just like that, we are back here once again. JC, that was a great video. I really appreciate you and Francis kind of walking through all of that stuff. That's cool. So before we wrap up, just a couple more questions, just kind of based off the hero. What are some existing heroes that I could be playing right now in For Honor that would make the transition to playing the Pirate Hero a lot easier?
Yeah, so we've really built this hero so that she would have a bunch of little parts from a bunch of different characters that could work well, you can transition from. One of them is Peacekeeper. If you're used to playing Peacekeeper, you have the deep gouges whenever you land a heavy. You can do that quick dagger thing. So the Pirate Hero has the same with her guns, with her pistols, so that's pretty strong. Also, if you play Zanhu quite a bit, you'll be familiar with the dodge cancels.
Yes,
be able to cancel all your recoveries into dodges to give yourself more mobility. A bit better, like mix-up options as well. That's pretty strong. If you're familiar with Gladiator, she has a similar thing to his Skewer, where she can impale her opponents, do like a bunch of them follow-ups, help in ganks. So generally, if you know these three heroes, you should be good to go. She has, like I said, a bit of everything, so it's kind of interesting there.
And since she's such a versatile hero, how would you say that she would fit inside like a team comp? And like this is, just whether it's regular gameplay, esports, stuff like that.
Yeah. So generally, like, we view her as a kind of a jack of all trades, master of none type of thing, where she can do most, she can do a lot of different, she has a lot of different options, she can compete in a lot of different spots, but generally, we also try to push her more towards what we have at the super high level, which is a lot of, like, group fights. So she has a lot of tools to compete in group fights, so that's quite good, whether you're outnumbered or you're outnumbering. With all of her different tools, the feed cancels definitely help in this regard. It's one of the few heroes that can actually do something with hitting a character one way and then be able to hit somebody else that's further apart in a group fight that are trying to attack you, that's trying to stay maybe a little bit out of your range. So those are kind of really interesting things that she has that work quite well. So I would really see her, I think, in a lot of group fight focused compositions.
Beautiful, versatile indeed. I'm very excited for the Pirate Hero, and for everyone, just as a reminder, the Pirate Hero will be available January 27th. So definitely go ahead and update the game, get your time in with the hero. JC and Francis, if you were watching, hello, thank you for going through that video and showing us all of the awesome stuff for the Pirate Hero. But Warriors, don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
All right.
Okay, can we get to the armor variations? That's up next. Okay. I'm a little excited for that. If any of you are still watching, if you noticed, I'm a little quiet.
Warriors,
not
welcome
as
back, and I am done
happy.
once again with Jeremy. Why did I say why? Hi, Jeremy. How you doing?
Hello, I'm good, and you?
I'm doing pretty well. So we're gonna talk about some of the cosmetics that are coming with the launch of the new hero, the Pirates of the Aurora cosmetics. And this will be running from January 27th to February 17th. So it is a time-limited thing. And we've got a free event pass. We've got a battle outfit here, the Forgotten Riches. And we also will have a mood effect called Riches of the Deep, as you see Black Prior here, hanging out with his hot treasure, as I mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also have an ornament that will be coming as well, called Mutinous Riches, very squashbuckly. Very piratey. Is that an eye patch on the skull there? I think.
Of course it is.
It is. Yeah. You have to have the classic eye patch. So yeah, these were all things that will be available from January 27th through February 17th. But let's talk about some of the other things that that'll be coming with TU2. Of course, we always do like a menu kind of rollout. So why don't you go ahead and take the floor, Jeremy, and kind of talk to us about these things.
Absolutely. So by this time we're going, it's still in winter. In this studio we're still in winter, but with the arrival of the parrot in the universe, we went a bit crazy with the Aurora Borealis. So like you can see, it was present in the main menu. It is also in the face-off. It is also in the landing page. And really you can see it's going to be all across the platform. For the world map, previously we could see that something was coming near the land. But now with the clouds that are gone, we can clearly see that, okay, it's the boat, it's the parrot that are coming, and they are even reaching the land. So yeah, the parrots are here to stay, I would say. And then we have the mood board. Obviously, those were the inspiration for the realization we did in the map, but also in the menu. So what we're going to see right away. We started from those images to come up with this result. So the action is taking place in Arbor. Like you can see, it's on a night, like a mood. There is some snow, obviously. The parrot boat is really near the action now. Like you can see, the Aurora Borealis is all across the map. So wherever you are in the map, you will see the Aurora Borealis. Some parrots here and there that are hanging out, screaming stuff to the player. Here we can see the market that has been revised as well, with some parrots minion here and there. Here, and this is the amazing landscape that we can see with the boat and the sky. During this
the hell?
we will have
those are the minions.
So we're keeping the previous parrot minion that we had the two before, but we're adding this one. So one side we're gonna have those visual, and in the other side it's gonna be a rotation that's gonna be for the three other visuals. So it's another parrot minion added to the list.
Beautiful, awesome. Everything looks super sick. And then we also have some armor variations for already existing heroes, very pirate themed stuff.
Here we go.
Absolutely. So yes, we have a new character, but we're not forgetting our other character.
Good.
This time, so we have.
I do not like that word now at all.
New designs for them.
The skull
like
is
you
not
can
working
see,
for me.
those are obviously with pirate related design. I would say there is a lot of materials, a lot of tattoos that have some exotic patterns. But compared to the previous batch, you will see that there are slightly
Shallan's
more
armor looks kinda.
I would say they are really badass.
I don't know.
So that's why it's a bit more.
It doesn't look clean.
It's a darker tone, like you can see, and even some of the characters, not all of them, but some of them, you will see that they have.
Like I said before, these look like reskins.
So obviously, it's a parrot reference.
So just colors change, textures change.
So
like
I wanted to say a huge congrats to the Chengdu team who worked on them, who designed them. So once again, we succeed to have some amazing content, and the player will be really happy to receive all of them.
I'm excited to see them all. We're actually going to go ahead and roll a video kind of showing like all of the armor variations.
Please.
And after that, we'll be right back to talk about some improvement to materials. So enjoy the video and then don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Perfect. Bye-bye.
What's next after armor variations? Alternate material. Okay. I think after alternate material, I'll think I'm going to be done. Because I don't really care about the Minion series. Yeah, these are just reskins. I'm pretty sure I've seen the same exact skull Warden. Just different textures. The edgy Black Prior. Okay. I mean, I get he's supposed to be edgy, but yeah, I don't know. Peacekeeper, of course, and then Warmonger. Assuming next is the Vikings. Oh, Samurai, okay. I don't know how I feel about that samurai mask. The Kensei one, I mean. Yeah, these don't look clean. They look kind of scruffy. I don't know. Does Shinobi have like one eye that's like just blind or something? From what I saw. God, these are so edgy. I don't know about this. All these demon masks and stuff. All the skulls. Yeah, the skulls, man. Jesus. Alright. Now to the Vikings. I like Berserker's helm. I don't play Berserker, but it's most likely a reskin, but it looks cool. See, the Vikings are like short a hero because they've been skipped. And yet they're making a whole new faction for whatever. Shandi also has an eye that's blinded too. Let's see JJ, my boy. I don't know. I was always never a big fan of big bearded JJ. Oh, do we have a new variant of the bamboo mat or the bamboo hat one? They should have got rid of the mask, to be honest. At least they gave him hair this time. Nusha looks like Nusha. The only one I somewhat liked, because I always liked Bamboo Hat Zanhu. It's just I wasn't a big fan of the mask. From what it looks like, did they give him hair for that? I can't tell, but I might be grinding for Zanhu. But most overall, the armors are just reskins, and they just look dirty, and a lot of skulls, a lot of edgy stuff. I don't know how I feel about that.
And welcome back, Warriors. Here with me today to talk about some of the improvements that we're going to be making to our alternate material coloration stuff is Matthew. Welcome to the Warriors Den, Matthew.
Thank you. Always glad to be back. It's been a year or two, I believe, but I'm always happy to come back.
But we're always happy to have you on, man. How you doing today?
Doing pretty good. I'm here to talk about some more technical stuff yet again, but it won't be classes this time around.
Is there Shaolin rework
So the gist of what's happening is that we've done some improvements to the way that the material system works. However, explaining what those improvements were, even to the team, proved kind of difficult because nobody quite understands. Like, the color theory behind all of this stuff is kind of complicated. So we figured, you know, like, since we're releasing this improvement anyway, we may as well kind of like talk to the players about what it is, you know. It actually isn't that difficult. It just sounds really complicated on paper. So I figured we'd, you know, discuss this directly on the Warriors Den.
Excellent. Thank you so much. Well, let's go ahead and jump into it, man.
Sounds good. So here's the thing. We're going to be talking about the way that colors blend. Now, this is a masterclass in color. It is not. We're just going to be, you know, surfing over stuff. But the important part to understand is that there are different ways how colors can blend. What we're seeing here is the classic blending of RGB colors that gives you white. It's additive color mixing. Is what you see in old video game puzzles, or even when you're choosing your hair color and when you're editing a character or whatever. It's just, you know, you
create colors for your heroes
together, gives you white. But it's not the only type of color mixing you can have. There's a bunch of different ways how colors can interact. If you grab some paint and you put it all together, you don't end up with white paint. You end up with this grayish brown sludge, you know. So we have our own way how to interact with colorations with the way that the alternate materials work. And yep, this is it. It's the old coloration method. Essentially, the way that it worked is that whatever was gray, or as much as gray as possible,
Yeah, I don't know
would
what this
pick
guy's
up the
talking
alternate
about.
material color. And as you get away from gray, you start mixing less and less. And it is a very efficient way to do it. But the problem is that it's assuming that the alternate material color that you're putting on top of yourself is gray. It's great for armors, like for our knights, but when you start adding it on wood or adding it on leather for, like, you know, Vikings and samurais, well, it starts acting funky because that stuff isn't gray, you know, it's brown, or it's, you know, whatever color was underneath. And a lot of our alternate armor sets also have different coloration. And even our armors, they're not actually all that great. They're kind of rusty and they're reddish. You
Yeah,
can't
you're
really
right.
tell,
They're
but,
they are rusty.
There's some red in there. And it's causing the coloration to look weird. Yep, so here we see the old coloration method that if you apply our colors on stuff that's not gray, see, we have some green here that's showing up yellow because of background coloration. Or if we put some blue there, you end up with some pink. It doesn't look right, and that's why the alternate materials always didn't quite look right most of the time. You would choose a particular color, and unless the color was really bright, you know, really saturated, and it would just drown those changes, you would end up with like slight discoloration that didn't look quite right. And not only that, it would cause us from not being able to use colors that were, you know, more grayish because, you know, the method mixed gray, so it wasn't working well. So we decided to go with a new method. The new coloration method, what it does is it essentially removes all the coloration before we slap our alternate material on it. We're desaturating the armor or the mesh or whatever's underneath before putting our color in there, so that instead of having some blue here that's giving us some pink, you just end up with blue. It's a slightly more complicated way how to see a coloration method. It required us to
be honest, I don't know
mix our
what this
colors
dude's
using
talking
chips and
about.
stuff instead of using classic RGB.
Is this from the material? Or
But
what?
it gives us a lot of power, and it permits us in this improvement to get the exact coloration that we want on our armor parts instead of having an approximate kind of color. This change is entirely retroactive, so everybody should look better all of a sudden that's using alternate materials. We can see some examples of that right up here right now. Everything that's the colors that are more muted and more close to gray are the ones that will see the most benefits. This change is also going to permit us to make some of the colors that are not as blasted, super saturated, and go with, you know, more natural colors that will mix better on our armors, rather than go with like full white and full pink and full, you know, go with some nicer, more muted colors that'll work better on all of our characters instead of just working on knights. Though nice, you know, they work pretty well already because, you know, the armor was pretty close to gray, but some not as much. Mostly, you know, Vikings and Samurais are going to benefit from it, but you do also have some knight changes. You can see it right here, like the plates are going from red to blue, and it's subtle, but it's there. So that's fixed.
Okay.
Fantastic, Matthew. Thank you so much for giving such a comprehensive and easy to consume way of understanding how we're going about these artistic changes. It's super exciting. These
You're
changes
welcome.
are set to go live on the 27th with the new hero launch, I believe. And so, yeah, no, man, thanks so much for coming on and educating us about all of this stuff.
It's always a pleasure to do that stuff. I know that there's a lot of fans that always enjoy like understanding the more technical aspects of what's going down with this stuff. So always ready and willing to feed that stuff to them because I like doing it and it's interesting.
It's definitely
yeah, I don't
really
know about that. This
interesting.
just
But
came
yeah,
for
once
the-
again, thank you so much
the reveals
for
and
being
stuff.
here to do that. Amazing
Sure thing.
stuff. So yeah, guys, we're gonna kick it over to the Dominion series here in a second.
Yeah,
So don't go anywhere.
during the Dominion series, I'm gonna say my opinion and then probably end the stream from there. Again, I was hoping for a Gan Ning hero. If you don't know who he is, he was a pirate from around the Three Kingdoms stories and stuff like that. That's would have been nice. I like the butterfly sword. That's all I could say about the new hero. Again, like her one helmet and one hat from her looked nice, but everything else, it's just meh. You know. Again, I'm not as disappointed because again I was disappointed from the start. I was prepared, but I was also hyped a little bit. But so I was only upset just a hair. So, to be honest, if I were to like rate this hero of how like excited I am or whatever, I'd probably give her like a 2 out of 10. I'll be nice. Maybe a 3 out of 10. Yeah, 3 out of 10. Again, the butterfly sword is nice. 2 like helms from her are nice. Again, I'm really confused on the whole new faction. They're bringing in a whole new faction, and this hero is Chinese. Again, they said they were she's based off that Chinese pirate queen, but she's not Wu Lin. So I'm just wondering, you know, who they're gonna bring to the mercenary faction. You know, they could finally bring in like Arabian hero, maybe a Spartan. Since I'm half Filipino, it would be nice if they added like a Datu Lapu Lapu type hero. If you don't know who he is, he was a Filipino tribal type warrior who fought against a Spanish dude named Magellan. I think that's how you say his name. And won. So it'd be cool if they added him. Or, you know, and to me, what I think is that they gave the Knights 2 heroes. They gave the Samurai 1. And they didn't give Vikings nor Wu Lin anything. I mean, Wu Lin kind of gets something. But she's not Wu Lin. And plus, you know, I'm not a big fan of this hero, so to speak. Again, I wanted like an actual Chinese warrior rather than an actual pirate. Again, if it was pirate, they should have gone the Gan Ning route. And even the armor variations, I am not too excited for, because the again, it didn't look clean at all, and it just didn't look. Most of it didn't look great. They're just reskins, you know. And there was a time where For Honor came up with actual new gears and stuff. Like, I was freaking out when Tiandi had a cape, you know. That was cool. But now we're just getting the same old stuff, and they just look dirty and shitty, you know. So I don't know about that. And hopefully next season, besides bringing in new heroes that aren't going to be Knights, Vikings, Samurai, or Wu Lin anymore, we know that's going to be this mercenary faction. Hopefully they do some reworks on Shaolin, because originally he was planning to be my main when Marching Fire was released, but he plays like an assassin, and I do not like assassins, especially with that limited guard. Hopefully they get rid of that, and I don't know. And they should do something with Nusha too. I don't really play much with Nusha, but you know, she's really, really bad at the moment. Her deflects aren't even guaranteed or anything. And I personally like the hook swords. And so, like, I was kind of excited when, you know, just to try her out. But she plays horribly. You know, I was expecting, like, Michelle Yeoh from Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon type. But no, we just got, a horrible person dealing with hook swords. So I don't know. I am very disappointed by this season. I hate these new armors. I definitely could agree with you on that, Samurai. The hero wasn't great. Again, there was only like barely anything that I liked. Again, the butterfly sword's nice. And the armors looked like shit. Again, Zanhu bamboo hat looked interesting. You know, I don't like to rock that hat, to be honest, because of the mask, but I just want to see if that has, because I couldn't tell, because if you know what I'm talking about, that bamboo head that Zandu has, he's bald. I was wondering, because I was looking now, I was like, does he have hair now on that helm? So I might just unlock it and maybe play with it for like a few matches, and I'll probably go back to my, you know, warrior looking, soldier looking Zanhu. But other than that, you know, none of the armor variants look nice. Berserker's helm looked pretty cool. Warlords didn't look bad. A lot of the knights and samurai had like edgy skull stuff, and I didn't like that. Wulin, it's not great. I mean, I think JJ's and Tiandi's helm, they have like one eye that's just like white. I'm like, that's kind of interesting, but you know, again, I like to go for a more cleaner look. So I don't know. I guess I just have to wait until next season for something, you know. And technically, at this point, with this new faction, they could bring in anybody, you know. Doesn't have to be Knight, Viking, Samurai, or Wulin. They could bring any other warriors from any other culture, which is interesting. That would be nice, but you know. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to say. That's pretty much about it. Yeah. Where's the full screen? There we go. Yeah, I'm pretty much done. I really don't care about this Dominion series or whatever they're talking about. So yeah, thanks for tuning in. Whoever was watching, that was probably mostly Samurai and Goblin, and I think like 2 others. But thank you for at least catching in, you know, watching a bit. And I do apologize for the stream quality, because I know when they were featuring gameplay for the Pirate Hero, it got pretty laggy. So I was watching on my stream, and I do apologize for that. So yeah, I'm still learning with this live stream stuff on computer. Again, I don't do this often. I'm just doing this just for this live stream reveal, but who knows? If I do it again next time, hopefully it'll be better. And before I leave, is it just me, or did they not reveal a name for the Pirate Hero? Or maybe I wasn't listening. I don't know. Thank you for watching. It's been fun, sort of. It's been fun having you guys here. And yeah. Oh, there's an outro. You know what? I'll watch the outro. What is it? Is it something interesting? If it's not interesting, I'm just going to end it.
What an amazing show we had. Let's go over a little bit of everything we just covered. We have the Pirate Hero.
Yeah, okay, they're just going to go everything. Okay, yeah, we saw, and yeah, we pretty much got what we need. So, yeah, thank you for watching, whoever watched my stream, and hopefully I'll see you again if I stream again. Mostly, I'm probably going to stream on PlayStation, because it's really laggy as fuck on on computer. So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.